I used to think that January was about momentum, about starting strong, setting the tone for the whole year. There was this unspoken belief that whatever you did in January mattered more than any other month. It was like a test that you either passed or you failed. And if you didn't feel motivated, if it felt slow or tired or resistant, it was easy to assume that you were already behind. As I'm working on January's Tiny Treasures print today, this fluffed up chickadee, I've been thinking about how differently I'm entering this year. Not just creatively, but emotionally, energetically, in terms of what I'm actually asking of myself. At the beginning of every new year, there's pressure everywhere. How many YouTube videos have you seen that use the word unrecognizable in either the title or the thumbnail? There is pressure to optimize your life, to get organized, to reset every habit that you've ever had, to decide who you're going to be immediately, like right now. And a lot of it sounds positive on the surface. I have watched several of these videos myself. It's framed as motivation or inspiration or just wanting the best for yourself, which is really good. Like, we all want the best for ourselves. But underneath it, there's this urgency, this quiet message in the background that if you don't act quickly, you're going to miss your chance. And even if you consciously reject hustle culture, which I am always trying to do, even if you know you don't want to live that way, that pressure still sneaks in. It shows up as guilt when you're resting, as anxiety when you move slowly. It could be the background hum in your head where you're saying to yourself, shouldn't I be doing something more? And then suddenly, even the quiet moments, they don't feel restful anymore. For me, at least this year, January doesn't actually feel like a beginning. It kind of feels like a continuation of December, a continuation of it getting dark earlier, of lower energy than I normally have. So especially this year, I feel this disconnect between how the world is telling me I should feel and how I actually feel. So this year, instead of fighting that feeling of how I should feel, I decided to just listen to myself and to let it be winter. I'm not trying to sprint into the new year. I'm not forcing clarity that hasn't arrived yet. I'm not demanding momentum when what I actually need is just steadiness. So instead, I'm focusing on showing up gently, consistently, and without urgency. Not because I'm giving up, but because I want something that lasts. That's part of why this print looks the way it does. That little chickadee is all fluffed up because they're sitting still and they're conserving their energy. They're not gathering food, they're not taking care of any young, they're not pushing. It's just being exactly where it is, on this branch, in this moment. It's trying to stay warm. And there's something really grounding about that. Easing into the year doesn't mean you lack ambition. It doesn't mean you don't care, and it doesn't mean that you've fallen behind. Sometimes it means you care enough for your future self not to burn everything down in the first month. Because I think we've all been there where January starts out and it's just full throttle. And then February hits and the tank is empty and then we feel bad. For a long time, I thought that progress only came from that pressure, that full tank energy. That consistency required that level of intensity, and that success meant being uncomfortable all of the time. But the things that I've actually stuck with, things like this block print that I send out every month, and I've been doing it since October. The projects that have lasted, they have come from steadiness, not from adrenaline. So I want to posit this idea that January can be the month for returning, whether that's returning to your body, returning to what you enjoy, returning to a pace that actually fits your real life, not the life you think you should have, the one that you actually have today. So if your year has started slowly, if you're still tired, like me, if clarity has yet to arrive, nothing is wrong. You are not late. You are not broken. You are definitely not wasting time. You might just be listening. So as I finish this print, I'm holding on to that reminder. The reminder that this chickadee is giving me to stay warm, to stay close, to use your energy carefully. Easing in is not a failure of will. It's an act of attention.